Hey everyone, Pupsker here with the Warframe Weekly Reset. Keep forgetting that it comes an hour early because of the whole time change, but hey, don't worry about it. First and foremost, for the Archon hunts and updates. If you haven't seen, cursed Baro Ki'Teer has left, but he brought us a big message, terribly sorry, gotta go, peace, have a good time. Baro Ki'Teer will now return in 2 weeks, but in your inventory you should be able to find your Eschatos Ki'Teer glyph. So hey, not really too bad. Other than that, it is just a normal week in Warframe. I think we might still have the affinity event booster going on, but it's a pretty normal week in Warframe right now. The Archon hunt is the Archon Boreal, so if you want to get the Archon Boreal shard, go grab that. I've been playing a lot of Duet Night Abyss and just messing around and stuff, streaming and stuff on Twitch, so hey, remember to come follow, sub, like on YouTube, and check out all the socials. Use Epic Games creator code Pupsker if you want to support the channel and all that jazz. We quickly go over to the circuit Steel Path. We can see Bratton Incarnon, Leto Incarnon, Skana Incarnon, Paris Incarnon, and Kunai Incarnon. It's like beginner Excal week Incarnons, which is technically really good. So Bratton is really strong along with the Burstin. They're both really cool weapons. Shoots radial heat damage. You get pretty decent upgrades there. Ammo capacity, punch through stuff, nothing terrible, and then just more crit and damage. So I really like the Bratton myself, and I would personally recommend that. Leto's also really cool because it gains punch through and ricochet, right? First tier, you just gain a lot of damage, so not really bad there. Second tier, just some side stuff, nothing huge, and then really high crits and other stuff on the final evolution. So Leto Incarnon's also really good. Skana Incarnon, I actually use my Skana I think Prisma Skana Incarnon a lot. Good weapon as well. Gain some attacks, damage right there. Gain some decent damage overall. Some good range or combo, depending on what you're looking for. Not bad. And then just good crit chance and big boost. So, yeah, Skana Incarnon, it's just a stronger weapon for a melee, so it's nothing special, but it's just a better melee. The Paris Incarnon is a good bow. I personally don't use it, though. Wakes an ability, sacrifice silence for projectile size and heat damage, the good old usual. It does gain good damage here in general, and then here it's nothing amazing, but good crit stats overall here. I don't love the Paris Incarnon though. It's not for me, but you might like it. It's still really good. The Kunai is the final Incarnon this week. The ability to seek headshots and increase multi-shot in Incarnon form, so not bad. Incarnon, and then we have damage here, multi-shot and stuff, so pretty big buffs there if you look at it. General smaller buffs and more utility there. And then you can get some like crit, fire rate, status, so a couple of things around there. So it is good, it's explosive, it seeks headshots and has multi-shot, but it's nothing amazing. I would still probably go Bratton, Leto, Skana, Paris, Kunai. I would legit just go like left to right, because week 1 is Bratton, Incarnon, Leto, week 2, Paris, Skana, and then week 3 is Kunai for me. So either way, get whichever ones you want, and then if you've done all the weeks, grab ribbons if you don't actually need any of that. But either way, those are the Warframe Incarnons for this week. Love them or hate them, let me know. For the regular Warframe farm for the circuit, we have Excalibur, Trinity, and Ember. And I must say, I don't think any of these are terribly hard to farm. Excalibur, you just farm him from Lieutenant Lech Krill, War on Mars, and I don't think that's like terribly hard or super specifically difficult for any reason, so pretty easy. Trinity is Ambulus farm Hades Pluto, and again, it's like a good drop rate, so she's not really hard to farm whatsoever either. And lastly is Ember from General Sargus Ruckus assassination, so I don't think any of these are hard, right? That's Tethys Saturn. So legitimately pick whichever Warframe you just need to get. Probably maybe Ember, maybe Trinity, but just if you need to farm one for affinity or for master rank or anything like that, or affinity farm. If you need to farm one or for the helmet, just go at it, but none of these are difficult farms this week, so hey, congrats. Nothing really too difficult there. Next up we have is Nightwave Dreams of the Dead. So I'm rank 6 right now. I caught up a little bit, but y'all are probably ahead of me if you've farmed up more, because I don't think I've fully caught up. The regular permanent weeklies, kill enemies and run missions. Simple. Complete an arbitration mission. That's one of the elite weeklies. Pretty simple. Defeat an H09 Ephemeron tank. So that's the Warframe 1999 tank. Shouldn't be too difficult, but you do have to be caught up to the story, right? Complete one mission with only a single pistol and glaive equipped. Very easy. Do an assassination or a capture or something easy. 3 assassination missions. Okay, I don't know why I said assassination. Anyways, then radiation kills, Kubro Kavad, or heat. Oh, interact with my Kubro or Kavad. I can do that right now because guess what? Your Kubro or Kavad like chills right here. And sometimes when they come out, you can pet them. But mine is not coming out right now, so I cannot pet it. Crap. Either way, that is the Warframe Nightwave weeklies and everything there. If we take a look at the shop, okay, critical mutation catalyst, grab that if you need. Napalm grenades, deadly maneuvers, double tap, deceptive bond, ambush optics, exposing harpoon, purifying flames, and enemy radar. Yeah, nothing amazing, nothing terrible. We have a good amount of random stuff in the appearance tab, but hey, Saturn 6 shoulder plates. Nothing that I would need, obviously, but if you want any of those helmets or weapons or anything, you can grab them. And then the last is miscellaneous. Oh, heat sword blueprint, heat dagger blueprint, grab those if you need. Noranite pack glyph, random other stuff, so nothing huge for your boy Pupsker, because I pretty much own everything. No shock there, right? That's what happens after you play a game for like 10, 20 years almost. Yeah, let's pretend it's 20 years. Either way, let's go check out the Warframe 1999 Seasonal Weekly. Seasonal Weekly? Yeah, Warframe 1999 Seasonal Weekly. God, I was totally confused for a second. So these ones are always pretty fast. Destroy containers, use an AoE Warframe. Riven or Arcane, I would choose Riven. Out of all of these, I would probably choose Hex Boost Override or Hex Boost or Got Your Back. Yeah. Kill 10 Xmas units, Exterminator Survival. Oh shit, grab the Violet Archon shard here if you need, but if you really need to farm affinity, you can grab that. Not bad, not bad. We have Eleanor into Arthur's birthday, so congrats to them, right? Techrot with abilities, use your best murder Warframe. I would probably just use Protea and kill Techrot with abilities. Here we have, yeah, just grab the Endo. There's not really much to talk about there. Kill 200 Techrot with melee. Choose whatever melee you like. Hex Factor Override 1, 2, 3. Powered shields. Okay, energy absorbs, grant shield and overshield. I would choose that one for sure. Oh, shots 10% chance to fire a seeking projectile for each successful hit. Yeah, that's actually pretty interesting too. Oh, Voss for Cash into Orokin Catalyst Blueprint. I would definitely choose the Orokin Catalyst Blueprint on that one. Especially if you're like mid to early game. You need a lot more of those. Okay, and here we have Quincy's birthday into Scaldra Troops. Voss for a weapon adapter. I would choose probably the weapon adapter for sure. Kill 1,000 Xmas units. Simple. Energy, status, pickup. Okay, nothing big there. Here we have Velamir's birthday. And then you have either a Riven or Kuva. So, yeah, I guess choose whatever you need on that one as well. Wait, it got cold out here, but now it's going to get warmer over the next couple of hours. What do we have for weather? It's like 7 o'clock. Anyways, that is that for this week in Warframe's 1999 loot. Grab whatever you need. Again, choose like probably the Riven right there. But it is overall pretty good loot, so let me know what you think of Warframe 1999. Now, if we take a quick look on down to Deimos, we have Sanctum Anatomica, Bird 3 Archon Shard, as well as the Elite Deep Archimedea farm. So that's not like terrible. I hope we don't have a bad RNG for the weeklies. I haven't ran my Warframe weeklies a lot in the past like year because I've just been busy anyways because I'm caught up on the game. And I haven't ran a lot of Noko stuff, but at least I'm done all of that now. Hey, Blue Azure Archon Shard. Brr, 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 brr. Not too bad, Bird 3. Not too bad. But yeah, this past month I was just really busy moving and like doing house stuff, right? So, sorry about that. Now, shield recharge delay increased 500%. Transference into operator and drifter is blocked. Activating an ability inflicts 50 damage upon you. And then ability duration reduced by 50%. That's not really too bad except for the transference, but you know, that's just kind of how it is. First one we have there is an exterminate. Enemies take 90% less damage from non-weak point hits, so try to hit headshots. Enemies deal negative 15% damage, take plus 15% damage, but gain 15% movement speed, attack speed, and fire rate. And then Rogue Colorvins equip weapons that deal 5x damage to Overguard and Necromex. Okay, that doesn't seem terrible. Just hit headshots. Survival. Necromex appear with greater frequency. Allies within 4 meters of slain enemies gain 25% fire rate at the cost of 50% ammo efficiency. And enemies will only take damage if an enemy player is within 15 meters of them. Okay, not terrible. The last and most annoying is Mirror Defense. The security system requires twice as many Phosphine glyphs to activate. Oh, we might be screwed on this one. Guardian Eximus units may be encountered, including Guardian Eximus Necromex, and then slain enemies burst with void damage. High chance your Mirror Defense objective might get blown up this week, because that one's actually a huge pain in the butt because of the longer glyph inflation. Lol. Either way, that is Warframe Elite Deep Archimedea this week, everybody, which, not too bad. Usually Elite Deep Archimedea is kind of what you want to run, along with Warframe 1999 weeklies for some good loot. There's going to be more casual, nothing huge over at Teshin right now, but there's going to be some loot. Probably better loot, as it usually is, over at your girl Acrithis right after Teshin, so we'll take a look. Hopefully Acrithis does end up having some good loot. And if not, at least Teshin has some stuff, right? So Teshin over here, just jump up here, and then go Steel Path Honors. Looks like this week he has some of his Zaw Riven Veiled Riven Ciphers, and then nothing really super important. Just some Zaw Rivens, okay? Just his Zaw Riven. So grab the Zaw Riven if you need it. I know a lot of people have troubles getting them, so it might be a good idea for you to grab them. So yeah, but nothing huge there for me. Here we have the Dormazone Zeramin, and that one, again, is Acrithis. She is the pretty much Duviri shop vendor, and she is a very good vendor. Like, actually one of the more high-tier vendors in the game, I would say, for each weekly farm. So you just run on over to Acrithis, take a look, browse her wares, and she has a lot of random shit now, right? Ton of Riven mods, holy. But Primary Arcane Adapter, Orcan Catalyst Blueprint, ton of Riven mods this week. And then she also has some Arcanes here and there. So yeah, I would say that's a pretty good general amount of loot that dropped from Acrithis and everything. So hey, not bad, not bad. 10 out of 10. So let me know what you're thinking of this week in Warframe. If it's actually good loot, if it's not, nah. But either way, it's a good meme that each week in Warframe, it's very similar stuff. So it's always like kind of good loot, right? Either way, last Warframe general thing we have here is the Proto Frame Kaya Velasco, and that is for Elite Temporal Archimedea, the future rocks. It has its ups and downs. Now, let's see what's going on here, and then we'll finish up. All abilities disabled until the squad kills 50 enemies. That one's actually not too terrible. Gain 1 puncture status effect every time you take damage. Okay, pickups do not heal, and health orbs cannot be picked up. Okay. Shield recharge delay increased by 500%. So nothing too terrible, honestly. Hellscrub Scaldra. Techrot enemies attempt to scrub attack Hell Scrubbers, bursting on melee contact and increasing scrubber contamination 33%. Shit. Enemies health slowly regenerates, and a fog limits vision across the mission zone. Yeah, I don't think that's the worst, so not terrible. Legacite Harvest. As the Legacite evolves, other enemies present also grow new abilities. Shit. Random negative penalties from Amir and Aui's face-off mode will be applied throughout the mission. And then enemies take 9% less damage from non-heavy weapons. Enemies will drop heavy weapon ammo packs, so make sure to use a heavy weapon on that one. And then the last one is the Assassination. Only Thermian RPGs can damage the tank. Reinforcements that carry Thermian RPGs will arrive during the fight. Okay. When killed, Scaldra troops drop artillery beacons that summon bombardments. And then all enemies have overguard equal to 50% of their max health. All in all, I would say this is a pretty good week in Warframe, good reset, good loot, and a lot of Archon shards that you can farm. I don't think I missed anything. I'll never really go over Iron Wake on Earth, so if you want some Rivens, remember to go buy them over on Iron Wake on Earth. But again, I never really fully go over Iron Wake because it's always just Rivens, right? So yeah, if you want more Rivens, go to Iron Wake, but if you don't want Rivens, that's okay too. Either way, everyone, that is the end of this weekly reset video in Warframe. So I do appreciate everyone watching. If you want to support the channel, remember to like the videos, comment down below, check out the other socials, Facebook, Instagram, Twitch, YouTube, right? They're all over the place. And you can also use Epic Games creator code Pupsker. Totally forgot that the weekly reset is still an hour ahead of time because of the time change, but hey, hopefully I didn't get it out too late this time, so thank you all so much. Cheers.